as the Miami Heat was on the giving end of another blowout, this time to the Charlotte Hornets in a 144-117 win on Tuesday night. It came with the absence of a key star. While newcomer Norman Powell has seamlessly transitioned well to the Heat to start the season, he would miss the contest against the Hornets, leading to head coach Erik Spoelstra giving an injury update. Powell was a late addition to Miami's injury report due to right groin soreness that he sustained after that morning's shoot-around and would be listed as questionable for the contest. It wasn't until shortly before the outing that the team would rule out Powell, with Spoelstra emphasizing that because of the groin injury, they are going to exercise the appropriate amount of caution. We'll just have to see. But it happened at shoot-around, Spoelstra said after Miami beat Charlotte. He says he feels okay, but we are, because of where it is, we'll exercise the appropriate amount of caution, but we'll see how he feels. While the team didn't lose a step offensively, scoring the fourth most points in franchise history with 144 and continuing to play with the fastest pace in the NBA, Powell is still a crucial part after trading for him in the offseason. In the opening loss to the Orlando Magic, Powell was explosive with 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. Scoring 15 points in the Memphis Grizzlies blowout last Friday, Powell came back to score 29 points against the New York Knicks on Sunday. He's been filling in as the top scorer for the franchise until All-Star Tyler Herro comes back. Heat's Pel Larsson gets the start for Norman Powell, with some players on the Heat giving them tremendous boosts, such as Jamie Jaquez Jr. One player who had an impactful game was second-round pick from 2024 in Pel Larsson. In fact, his number would be called by Spoelstra to start the contest against the Hornets alongside Davion Mitchell, Andrew Wiggins, Bam Adebayo, and Kel'el Ware. Before Tuesday, Larsson had played 17 minutes through the first 3 games of the season, but that shot up to an important 31 minutes, where he scored 17 points to go along with 5 rebounds and 3 assists. The 24-year-old fit in well as a complementary piece along the starters, while giving them offensive and defensive moments, garnering a positive reaction from Spoelstra. He's the one that brought the team in right now, and it really is a credit to his preparation, Spoelstra said. Staying ready and being that plug-and-play guy, where you just earn that trust. But I even mentioned it in front of the team, Spoelstra continued. I'm like, Pel will find a way. It doesn't have to happen now or whatever, but he'll find a way. He's a winning player, and he did that tonight. It's not easy just to step in there and be that productive. But, that's kind of pro that he is. Larsson would say after the game that he was looking to bring the energy that the second unit has been bringing, which Miami's bench has outscored opposing teams' own in every game this season. At any rate, it remains to be seen how long, if at all, Powell misses as the Heat embark on a 4-game road trip starting Thursday against the San Antonio Spurs. It does seem as if the Miami Heat and head coach Erik Spoelstra have done it again. Simone Fontecchio has helped the team cushion the loss of Duncan Robinson, and then some. It's still so early, but Fontecchio is trending in a way where he's going to be remembered as the clear-cut replacement for Robinson. Through the first 4 games of the season, Fontecchio has surpassed all expectations that the Heat and the fan base could have had for him. In fact, not much was even expected from Fontecchio heading into the season, even with the loss of Robinson. He was still relatively unknown, and there was no guarantee he was even going to be in the regular rotation early on in the season. All of those concerns look foolish now, considering how well he's played under the circumstances. Fontecchio has been red-hot to start out the year for the Heat, averaging 14 points and 3 rebounds on 61% shooting from the field and 50% shooting from three-point range, on nearly 5 attempts per game. Perhaps most importantly, he's played a huge role in the Heat's early season bench success, averaging roughly 20 minutes per contest. With the way he's looked to start out the year, Fontecchio fits the bill of SBO's next unlikely find. Simone Fontecchio's journey to the Heat. During his first 3 seasons in the NBA, Fontecchio played for 2 different teams. Then, this past summer, he was a throw-in, as the Detroit Pistons were interested in a sign-and-trade deal for Robinson. Or, at least, that was the expectation for most. The Heat's decision-makers clearly believed they could help get the most out of Fontecchio, and that's exactly what we've seen so far this season. But make no mistake, The decision to include Fontecchio in the original sign-and-trade deal from the Pistons was viewed as an extremely controversial move. It's safe to say that the sentiment around that move has clearly changed. Injuries have certainly taken a toll during the early portion of Fontecchio's NBA career, but he always possessed a strong shooting prowess. That's finally all coming to fruition this season with the Heat. Interestingly enough, if there's one factor that may have played a big role in Fontecchio's strong start to the year, it was participating for Team Italy in the Eurobasket tournament. In some ways, there's a reason to believe that his strong play in the Eurobasket tournament helped propel him for an impressive start to the year. If that's the case, the Heat have quickly become the huge beneficiaries of Fontecchio's recent rise. And this could just be the start of a magical year. The Miami Heat are 3-1 to start the 2025-26 NBA season. Norman Powell and Bam Adebayo look excellent. Davion Mitchell seems to be a real point guard, and Andrew Wiggins and Jamie Jaquez Jr. are elite role players. Miami is off to an excellent offensive start, averaging a league-leading 131.5 points per game. They've managed to find that success without Tyler Herro. He has missed all 4 games and the preseason with an ankle injury. Herro is expected to return in mid-November, although the Heat got a positive update on his recovery. Miami Heat get Tyler Herro injury update. Last season, Herro averaged 23.9 points and 5.5 assists, both career highs. He made his first All-Star game. However, his efficiency tanked in the playoffs, and Miami got swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's early in the season, although as the Orlando Magic and Atlanta Hawks struggle, the Heat look to be the best versions of themselves. It's not far-fetched to call them one of the better teams in the East, and they may get Herro back sooner than initially thought. The South Florida Sun-Sentinel's Ira Winderman reported that Herro traveled with the team to San Antonio. He will not play in the October 30th matchup against the Spurs, although he did not join the Heat on their first road trip. For the Heat, getting Herro on the plane and on the sidelines is a massive step in the right direction. While his return is still several games away, Miami can hope that he will be near 100% when he finally makes his season debut. Adding one of the better shooters and scorers in the NBA to this Heat roster should only give them a boost, allowing them to stay ahead of several rivals. Miami Heat refused to tank, and it pays off. After losing Jimmy Butler to the Golden State Warriors last season, the time seemed right for Miami to tank. Adebayo had a down year, and youngsters Kel'el Ware and Pel Larsson looked like promising players to build around. Instead of embracing a tank, the Heat doubled down on their core, adding Powell, who has been excellent. Miami boasts the second-best record in the East, but they have a tough schedule coming up. Their next 4 games are against the San Antonio Spurs, Los Angeles Lakers, LA Clippers, and Denver Nuggets, all on the road. If Miami can weather that storm without its best player, it should be poised to go on a playoff run this season. The Heat looks good, and it's reasonable to assume they will only get better. Attempting to rebuild this season, when the East is at its worst, would not have boded well. Instead, Miami remains relevant and, importantly, a free agent destination.